Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 243, take 2. Oh, God, a comic book queers, legacy. Hello, I am your host, Brett, and with me, as always, is evil Jeff. Hi.
Why, hello.
So we're referring to the fact that we lost last week's episode, which was our Black Panther Wakanda Forever review, because of my shitty audio.
Yeah. We didn't want to do a disservice of me being like, so anyway, what did you think of Black Panther?
Yeah, no. So we'll review our review. We'll recap our recap for you today and just give you, a stone skipping along a water's level of Black Panther observations and thoughts.
Will we do that? Are we going to do it in each section, later? Do it at the end?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it at the end, right? When we talk about Titans. Titans, episode 4, 3, 4.
Fun. I've been watching Titans, and then Joe does not watch with me, but he's just like, who's that?
Oh.
I'm just like, yeah, that's called Nightwing. He's like, wow, he's really handsome. I'm like, honey, look at every character. And he's like, oh, is that Superboy? I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superboy. Look at all of them. And that's, all of them. All of them.
My husband does watch it with me, but he'll watch it passively. He'll,
he's just jerking off.
Wash dishes while he's watching. He's jerking off while he watches it. And you just, occasionally he'll just say, God damn.
Yeah, there needs to be.
And it's typically when
Yeah.
Brenton Thwaites or Josh Orpin, who plays Superboy, is on.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Potter, who plays Beast Boy.
Yeah.
Or Anna Diop, honestly, who plays Starfire. I mean, they're all hot.
Yeah. Do we have any? What are you gonna hit?
Ooh.
Hot topics to go over?
I mean, we have typical MCU stuff. Ooh, and I want to hit people with a theory. But we'll talk about that later. First, in Agatha Coven of Chaos news, we're adding Eric Andre and Sashir Zamata to the cast.
Love it.
Love it. You're a big fan of Home Economics, or is that me?
No, that's you.
Yeah, I love her on that show.
But I've hung out with her best friend.
Oh, yeah. What does she say about her? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is Nicole Byer going to be in Agatha Coven of Chaos?
I mean, I would love it. Can you imagine her being just kind of like, do I have to stay for this meeting? I don't know, I just can't.
So that's fun. This show, I feel like this is going to be behind WandaVision is maybe my favorite MCU show of all time.
I mean, hopefully. Although I have a feeling if Wanda doesn't show up at all in it, I'm going to then hate it.
Oh, yeah. It'll be like the Mephisto thing in WandaVision.
Yeah. Just
left a stain on it because of expectations. Well, other news, other casting news, we have, I know you're a big White Tiger fan. White Tiger from, the Heroes for Hire world.
I just remember I didn't really read any White Tiger except I read Avengers Academy, and then it was the younger White Tiger.
Yeah,
that's the
female.
Yeah, that's kind of the only version I was really privy to.
Well, I think that's the version that's entering the MCU via Daredevil Born Again. She shall be played by Miss Jenna Ortega, who I have to say, one of my favorite actresses out there right now. I
mean, well, she's basically in a new franchise, Scream. She's going to be in another franchise, like the Avengers or whatever, Daredevil. And now she's also going to be in a different franchise, the Addams Family, as Wednesday Addams. She's
that's right.
It up.
What is that, a Netflix show?
She's like, oh, does someone else want a part? Sorry, I'm doing them all.
And she's in that X and Pearl. I mean, you could call that a franchise.
Yeah. Is she in both of them?
No, I think she's in X.
I was going to say, I think only the main characters.
No, Pearl is a prequel.
Yeah, because she in the first one she plays the final girl and the killer.
Not Jenna Ortega, Mia Goth.
Yeah, Mia Goth. Yeah, and so the prequel is like the killer when she's young.
I love Jenna Ortega from the new Scream, so I'm happy to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am worried that Courtney Cox has come back to Scream and Neve Campbell hasn't. So I'm worried they're going to kill her off or something.
I'm prepared that this is it for Gale. I'm prepared.
I'm hoping
I've accepted
I
it.
don't want her to die though. I hope she just comes, does her little thing, and then like leaves, like as a little cameo. Don't kill her.
Yeah, I think her little cameo is going to be dying in the beginning of the movie.
Uh,
No, because, well, Samara Weaving's in it, and that's my candidate for girl who dies in the beginning.
yeah, that would be great too.
I love her. I want to watch Ready or Not again because it's my favorite movie of late.
Did I tell you what happened when I saw that?
No.
I went. Did that come out then? Did we all see it like after Thanksgiving? Usually we always, me and my friends all go see a movie the day after Thanksgiving. And that might have been that one. I can't remember. But I remember I went and saw it with my fiance, with my two best friends. And we're watching it and I'm laughing. And at the end, I was like, oh my God. And they're like, right? Wasn't that the worst thing? And they all hated it except me.
What?
And I was like, but it was great. And they're like, what? You liked that? And I'm like, wait, I'm the only one. I was the only one that liked it. It was crazy.
What's wrong? What's wrong, everyone?
People just don't like to have fun.
Do you not like fun?
Yeah. That's like I finally saw Bodies. So fun.
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 It was so fun. Hilarious at the end.
Yeah. What other news is there?
Oh, okay. So Fantastic Four begins filming in January, and I'm over here like, who's filming it, though? Who's filming?
Do we know?
No.
Do we know who's in it?
Time's ticking.
Do we know who's in it?
No. You're going to start filming? Who?
I need to see if I can get if my friend can get involved in the movie. I have a friend that like works behind the scenes, and he's given me some tidbits here.
Some dirt?
I need to be like, give me some dirt. However, it's dirt that I can.
Is he reliable?
No, yes, because he works in something that he literally has the spreadsheets of who's in what. But because of that, I can only probably tell you I can't like release it on.
Of course.
Podcast.
And you have told me things.
Yes.
You have told me, but we don't broadcast them.
Yes. But I just want our readers to know, our listeners to know that we know things and we're not going to tell you. Oh, speaking of which, I have news. This is my news. Did you see Sandman?
Yeah, what about it?
Remember one of the creations, the weird, like the one played by Stephen Fry?
Yes.
Stephen Fry was getting Thanksgiving groceries in front of me at Ralph's today.
Stop.
I looked and I'm like, is that Stephen Fry? He's dressed really like just in like sweats and just like,
yeah.
And I'm like, is that just an old man? I'm like, you need to say something. I need to see if there's a British accent. He's like, oh, thank you very much. And I'm like, that's fucking Stephen Fry in front of me. He's there with his son.
Shit.
And they're buying Ralph's pies, like just generic pies. And the worst part is I was like, why are you not at Whole Foods? Why are you slumming it at a Safeway Ralph's?
I cannot believe Stephen Fry has a Ralph's card.
I know, right? He did. He used his Ralph's card.
I can do you one better. Did I tell you that Jeff and I 2 weekends ago got really drunk in the West Village and we were looking for a cab around 14th and 8th, and then all of a sudden this guy with long hair, a beard, in like this green, like very fashion forward in terms of the silhouette, the way it was cut, this green suit with this like black and white checker, I don't know. And I look at him, I'm like, who does this guy think he is? Jared Leto?
It was Jared
And then as you walk
Leto.
closer, I was like, he sure does. Because he is.
Oh, gross. Did you slap him in the face?
No, and I was so drunk. I was so proud of myself that I just let Jared Leto walk by.
Speaking of which, did you ever watch Flight Attendant?
I love Flight Attendant.
Whatever. Okay, so you know the gay guy in Flight Attendant who's also the dresser in She-Hulk?
I do.
When I took Joe for his birthday dinner in Silver Lake, we decided to just take a walk afterwards in Silver Lake, and we walked across the gay lead from Hacks, the gay assistant, and the guy from She-Hulk. Both of them were walking together. Just like,
wait, do you mean Hannah Einbinder?
No, the black guy.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yes,
both of them were walking together, and part of me was like, "Are you a couple? Are you together? Or are you just friends? Are you just like literally being like, oh my god?" And then this bitch in my show, like I was like, I want to be friends with them, but they just walked past us, and then they like spit on us and called us faggots. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
Anyway, we see famous people because we're from New York and LA and we're fabulous.
We should have a segment about the famous person that we bumped into that week.
Yeah.
All right, but can we keep going? I want to get to my theory about the MCU.
Okay, let's do it. What is your theory?
Okay, it's just based on a feeling. So I read today about the upcoming film, now a film, not a series, Armor Wars.
Okay.
Something to look forward to. Rhodey fans will see the character in a whole new light, and with the title of the series, audiences can expect new costumes for the hero with different types of armor. What's your reaction to that? A feature film.
Okay. I'm going to give you, here's my reaction. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I yawned.
So much so that
I mean, I'd say if
this
it
can't be
features
real.
Riri, if it's more Riri, like based off of her show and then she moves into Armor Wars, I love Riri Williams. I really love that character.
Here's my theory.
So that's fine. Oh, no one else? Okay, wait. Before you give your theory, I'm going to throw out my theory.
Okay.
Because it's the multiverse saga, if this is happening during that, what if Terrence Howard
comes through a portal,
shows up as another Rhodey?
That would be incredible. I think it's fake. And I think in Secret Invasion, we're going to see that James Rhodes is a Skrull.
Oh. The whole time?
I think Armor Wars is I don't think there is an Armor Wars movie. This is my theory.
It's just
Armor Wars
herring.
is a lie. It is a lie. Rhodey's going to be the Skrull Queen.
Of course not. Armor Wars was just a red herring.
I watched that last night.
Clue?
Yeah.
I mean, we watched it together when the last time I visited you.
What do you think of my theory?
I don't. I mean, that seems like a lot. I don't know if that is true, but I would love it if it is.
You're
true.
flustered right now.
I would love it if it is true. I think it would be weird releasing like logos and things and just as a fake out.
Okay.
But maybe it is. We'll see. I mean, maybe you'll be laughing and being like, haha, I told you.
Like a fox.
But maybe Armor Wars is when the real Rhodey comes back to like fight something.
Oh, maybe.
Or wouldn't it be funny the real Rhodey comes back and it's Terrence Howard and then he's like,
Yes.
This Skrull didn't even look like me.
He didn't even look like me. He just looked like a better actor.
Didn't you all think that? Oh my God. He looks like the actor Don Cheadle. What are you, idiots?
Don Cheadle from Golden Palace? He doesn't look like him. That's my prediction.
My favorite thing Don Cheadle was in was those Captain Planet Funny or Die.
Oh, hell yeah.
parodies.
Oh, God, so funny.
Should we move on?
Yeah. X-Men time.
Hit it.
I want your ex.
So should we do like a light dusting of visiting the books that we talked about last week?
Yeah, there was
in
a
our Lost
lot
episode?
of books last week. And basically, here's like a basic like recap of the span of emotions I went through. Oh my God. Fuck this. Oh, this was good. But this, All right, that was basically me the entire time.
That was great. Me was like,
Basically, it's not It's like, and then on the third page of Marauders. No, I'm kidding.
So what did you respond to and what did you not respond to? Quickly.
Marauders is such garbage. I hate it. It's one of the worst things ever. The new Sabretooth and the Exiles, great, fantastic. It kind of has a feeling that the Hellions was giving me. Like it's kind of giving that vibe. What else was there?
There was Wolverine, which was the Beast storyline, which we were like, yes, give us this
Beast
story.
is like just full Dark Beast now. Fucking crazy town. Love that. Was there
Legion of X?
Legion of X.
Who knows?
It's fine, but it's a little too wordy. It's a little too much like explanation. And then Axe, Axe Omega.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
It's great.
There you go.
It's over. It's great. All right, let's talk about this week's Immortal X-Men number 8.
Immortal X-Men. Okay, so I
lesbians on the cover of your comic book.
In the beginning of Immortal X-Men.
Yeah, lesbians.
isn't it the first issue of Immortal X-Men when Destiny whispers into Sinister's ear and then he like vomits?
Yeah, and he starts coughing up blood.
Does that happen before or after this?
Oh, both. So the opening is in 1943.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about that, but like 1900.
The stuff. It happens after.
Okay.
It happens after.
Okay.
Yeah. So, them seeing Sinister transform, witnessing the death of Sinister, quote unquote, that all happened first.
Now, I have a question. Did you read all of the other Sinister stuff that happened in the 90s with Apocalypse that they're referring to?
I remember I read X-Men Legacy, where he tried to move his consciousness into either Xavier or Kane Marco or, Sebastian Shaw. Destiny refers to that here.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm very intimate with the Sinister Apocalypse.
I only know because the Cerebro, that other podcast, did a whole Sinister thing. And there's one part where he's just like, all right, here's a rundown of the whole history. And then it was like, whoa. And that is the one thing is I do hate that he is someone that was like on the side of the Nazis, like experimenting on people. That part, it's kind of just very difficult to like, to be okay with. And then it's like, and now you're on an X-Men team. It's like,
well, and he said he removed that part of his brain. They
did. But then I'm just like, do we need to keep talking about it?
I know, right?
And then it turns out Destiny was in on it. It was like, well, I have to do it for, the future. It's like, I need to make sure he's going on the right path.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this stuff about Destiny working at this facility, like that was in Legacy.
Yeah, this is...
So yeah, what cracks me up is like, I know they've established this before, but we're going deeper into it than I've ever experienced. Yeah. The fact that Sherlock Holmes was Mystique.
That was first established in one of the Pride issues. No, was it either a Pride issue? Yeah, no, I think it was a Pride issue.
It must have been mentioned
because there was one where they were after Moriarty, and then it turned out it was Destiny when she not Destiny, it was Mystique.
Yeah, because of the name Irene Adler is
exactly.
Her name is based off that character from.
Which I just think
Sherlock
the fact
Holmes,
that Mystique is Sherlock Holmes is the best thing ever.
It's hilarious, but it's just so weird in that like Mystique is never known for her detective skills overtly. I mean, I guess she does have good ones.
Well, that's because she's not using them, because the detective is using it to like solve a crime and help people. She's using it to like get her own ends. She doesn't give a shit about helping anybody.
Yeah, and so this episode is it kind of, to me, focuses, I guess, the story of Sinister, brings all the stuff we've read about together into one cohesive narrative, one simple narrative.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. And at the end of Immortal, we see Sinister die, his human form die, and sort of beget. And we have confirmation. There are 4 different suits of Sinister.
Yeah. And that's but that's the interesting thing is, do we remember which Sinister was it? Did we see what was on his head when he died?
Well, he drew the diamond.
No, I mean,
who?
No, I mean, like in the first Immortal X-Men when Irene whispers into his ear.
Yeah, diamond.
So it is a diamond. Oh, okay, but then that diamond still comes back too. I will say all of this is fascinating to me, and I love it. So
I love it. And
okay, go ahead.
We skipped over my theory from last week that Orbis Stellaris from X-Men Red, Orbis Stellaris is going to take off that disco ball head, and he's going to be a Sinister. That's going to be our ace.
Yes. Would you think he'll be a spade or a heart?
When I said ace, I meant spade.
Okay.
Because you have to save the heart for last.
Okay. Who is the person that killed... who is the person that when Sinister was in the insane asylum and he like sees this red thing and then dies? Who was he looking at?
I don't know. But I feel like that's knowledge we should have.
But the fact that it's like a red glowing light seems like important.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? When he dies, he says, "You're a ghost. You're a ghost." You're in a way that fades away. That's exactly what he said when he dies after Irene whispers in his ear in 1919 in Immortal #1, the opening scene.
Oh, I love all this. Who is left that hasn't had a? Because I guess is this kind of told
Xavier.
What about Kitty Pryde? Has she had one?
Yeah. We have to go back. There are 12 members of the Quiet Council. And this is issue 8.
Oh, so there's lots of people that haven't had it yet. Yeah, I don't think Kitty's had hers yet.
Storm has not had one?
Yeah. But Storm is like off doing her own shit. She doesn't have time for this.
She doesn't have time. Well, we need Xavier. We need Storm. Colossus never got one.
I love Immortal X-Men.
It's the best. Between this and X-Men Red, those are the 2 books that are really pushing this era.
The regular X-Men book is fun too. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's fine.
X-Force,
it's good. But yeah, I
Wolverine,
mean, you know how we feel. Everyone knows how we
Marauders,
feel.
New Mutants. New Mutants is a little too new.
It's fine.
It's a new writer, so we have to give it a few before I can make a final decision. I actually like this new version of the New Mutants. I'm not unhappy with.
Yeah, nice and fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Comics.
Do we want to talk about TV or any other comic books?
I think we should talk about some television.
Let's do it.
Hit it.
Someone who'll watch superhero sci-fi stuff with me.
There's a new show called Titans that's been showing on, well, not new, it's in season 4 on HBO Max. What? Woo!
The best thing about Titans is it's a great show set in a DC universe. It also has really picked up its use of the word fuck or fucking, and it uses it masterfully. This is the show whose spark sounded a little bit like this: fuck Batman.
Yeah.
And now they have just taken the word fuck and they do such wonderful things with it. That is the power of Titans.
Yeah. I want there to be some crossovers. I really want James Gunn, now that he's taking over, I think, because they kind of separated Doom Patrol from Titans, but I think they still can be brought back together for like a team up or something. I also would love Peacemaker to cross over with these characters as well.
I would love James Gunn to get his hands on this particular Titans team.
Yes.
Just for a moment.
So much talent. I got mad. Know what Joe said? He saw was, what's her name? Franca. How do you say her last name?
Franca Potente.
Potente. He was like, why is she slumming it in this show? And I went, how dare
Not
you?
slumming it.
How dare you?
How dare. They had one of the funniest lines delivered by Nightwing on the last episode, I think it was episode 4, where they brought Jinx onto the team because they need someone who knows magic after Raven lost her powers. Dick, of course, has a sexual history with Jinx, like he does every female character on the show, which is so hot. And so they're being attacked. At one point earlier, Jinx successfully froze the bad guys with her magic. So they're under attack by more bad guys. And Nightwing looks at her and says, "Can't you freeze them again?" And she says, "I can't. I need time to recharge." And he goes, "What are you, a fucking iPhone 7? Like, lost my mind. It was like, that was so funny. What are you, a fucking iPhone 7?
Yeah, not 10, not 11, not 13.
So good. The combo of Brenton Thwaites' Nightwing and Anna Diop's Starfire, I love every two-person scene they have.
Well, there's also that they were like fucking for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kind of went back to Oracle. Like that was kind of like, and then they were kind of doing their own thing. And now they're back together and it's like the tension's still there, but what is happening? They're kind of like the mom and dad of the team. But if you're mom and dad of the team, then you should be fucking too.
You should be
and
bummed.
she was being like, hey, your girlfriend. And I'm like, are they? What's happening? I want to know what's going on between those two.
Beast Boy is another one who huge leap forward in terms of the power. Like, how many seasons of him just turning into a tiger and only a tiger? And then this season opened with him like flailing octopus arms during a basketball game.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was quick.
Well, no, because once he was able to turn into a bat in the last season, he's realizing he could kind of turn into anything. But I think also the skin, what is it called? The skin grifters, skin shifters or something that he's having the visions of. I think he opens something up, and I think it's like he went from 0 powerful to like 100 powerful, like overnight. That's what I'm thinking.
Which is great.
Is happening. And what else? Oh, and then we definitely have more flirting with Robin and the cute
with Tim Drake and the cutie from Star Labs. Oh.
And poor Superboy. Superboy is so desperate for approval.
Tortured. Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, please, I can do this. And he's just like, we're a team. You have to wait. And he's like, oh, I want to do it. And you're just like, this is not going to.
No, what a big problem for Nightwing.
Yeah, he's going to just do shit. He's totally good. The Lex Luthor in him is going to turn against him.
An all-powerful toddler, essentially.
Yeah.
It has to end with, they telegraphed Superman. It'll end with Superman coming to Earth and like giving Connor a hug, but we won't see who, like, it'll be from behind.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll hug him from behind and then super fuck him.
Yeah. Super fuck him.
It'll be like, he'll be like in silhouette. We'll be like, oh, it's a faceless Superman here to hug Connor. Yeah. Yay.
Well.
So hot, though.
Love it. It's a great show. It's fun.
It's a good show.
The one thing, here's one problem.
One thing.
Klaus from the originals plays Sebastian. Is it Sebastian Blood?
Yeah.
Plays Sebastian Blood. They're trying to make me believe that character was born in 1997. They're trying to make me believe that his character is 25 years old. Honey, that guy is almost 40 years old. Give me a goddamn break.
Honey.
And I just don't understand, because I was like, you literally could have just put, all you had to do was just put like 1987 instead of 1997.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't understand where you're like, who are you trying to fool here?
Franco Potente was like, don't make me that old.
I have a question, though. In the very beginning, they show her getting fired before she joins like the organization. And it looks like she makes a cokehead boss commit suicide with her mind.
Or like murder someone else.
But so did she always have those powers then?
I think she always had little witchy powers.
Yeah, I want to know
never
more.
Never were controllable.
I just want to know more about like what were her original powers before the cult. I'm just curious.
Well, it's like, it feels like they were like predestined to be. Yeah. Like they had these powers because they were predestined to fulfill these roles in the, like Sebastian Blood. He's being beckoned to become the new Brother Blood, right? That's my understanding.
Well, I mean, in the comics, I was just because I don't read a lot of DC comics. Ew, a DC comic. I looked up. Mother Mayhem is Sebastian Blood's mother in the comics.
Oh, okay.
But there's like 5 different Sebastian Bloods, and they're all descendants of each other. And Mother Mayhem, one's her like father, and one is her son. No, one's her son. No, wait, that can't. I don't know. Anyway,
wait, it's Mother Mayhem, Brother Blood. Is there like a father fuck around and a daughter dickhead?
And then there's a few. And there's a how's your father? And then there's a. I will say Mother Mayhem is a great drag name.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. Love it.
Do you want to just do a little light dusting of Black Panther, just do a recap of our recap?
Yeah, let's talk about Black Panther. Basically, I gave Brett a bit of a surprise because I was not as into it as much as he was. Brett?
I was shocked.
We did the 1, 2, 3, and I just did, it was fine. Where Brett was like, loved
I was
it.
shocked because I think it's operatic. I think it's epic. I think it's beautiful. I loved it.
And my main
little boring in the middle.
And that was my gripe, is that I felt the pacing was a little too slow. There was just too many parts that dragged it down. And then my other main thing is I do feel Shuri is the weakest link of all the characters.
Yes.
And she's supposed to be the star. And
upstaged.
I really would have rather just been, honestly, like Okoye and Angela Bassett and Nakia. I would have rather been more focused on them.
Yeah, but it's Shuri. I mean, that's the story.
Yeah, that's the story, and they just were stuck with.
She's not a great actress. I mean, she's not a bad actress, but she's like
she doesn't have the command. She doesn't have the command that like.
She was comic relief, you know?
Yeah.
When she was cast.
And I think when you take someone as the comic relief Q character and suddenly want to make them the titular like hero, it was just it felt.
But I mean, what else are you left with? Like,
but that's the problem. Is a lot of this movie was like, well, I guess this is what we have to do now because the main character died, and there were certain things that suffered from that. And in the end, my main thing, and I did not hate the movie. I also wanted Namor to be a little more sassy. I felt he was a little bland.
Yeah.
I felt he was a little bland. He was hot as fuck, though.
I thought he was pitch perfect.
I know. We fought about that. But overall, it's a great movie. I feel the ending of I think the beginning of the movie made me tear up. The end of the movie made me tear up.
Makes you sob.
But that's why I felt a lot of that middle stuff. It was like, rather than making me tear up, I was like, oh my God, let's move on. Like, it's a little too slow.
Yeah, to me, the dip in the energy was they spent a lot of time on Shuri's hero journey between when she said there needs to be a new Black Panther and then when she's actually the new Black Panther. A lot of time in between that. I thought like we could have tightened that whole section up.
Yeah, I felt that they were doing a thing where she's angry and she wanted everything to burn, and
Which I liked.
but I didn't believe
I like ferocity.
I didn't believe it in her character.
Right.
And so that's the thing is, in the end, I have to like. Some people are like, "This is even better than the first one." I'm like, "All right, no,
fuck you."
No.
That's what I would say.
The first one is like one of the best movies ever made. I mean, it's the only Marvel movie nominated for an Oscar. I know people were saying this one's going to get nominated for an Oscar. I don't think this one's going to get nominated for an Oscar.
I could see Angela Bassett getting nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
I mean, bring it.
Bring it.
Do you have any other thoughts on that? I want to talk about something else with movies.
No, hit me.
I saw another movie last night that just came out on streaming.
Did you see The Menu? Oh, on streaming.
No, is that out yet? I definitely want.
Yes, it's in theaters.
Oh, I totally am going to watch that soon. But that's the thing. Glass Onion comes out this Thursday too. There's all this murder mystery stuff coming out, and I love it. I love it. I know. I love whodunits. Yeah.
It's odd that Clue was on TV and I watched it.
I know.
Night.
Actually, we have to lined up. I'm going to force. Have you ever watched Murder by Death?
Yes.
I want Joe to watch that again. I'm like, and then but of course, I was like, oh, I showed a trailer and it has Peter Sellers playing an Asian racist stereotype. And I was like, oh yeah, I just totally forgot about this. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be really problematic. And it's really sucks because you're like, oh, that's why they don't show this movie anymore. Because
when was the last time you saw it?
Oh, it's been years since I've seen Murder by Death.
Can I tell you something?
Did it not hold up for you?
I tried. Does not hold up.
There are some great
comedy
lines
is
in it.
But the comedy is so much cheesier and hokier than you remember. I watched it again. I was like, oh god, it's actually a little rough.
There's one part where Maggie Smith, he whispers in her ear, and she's like, oh, how tacky. I just remember that. Anyway, it's problematic. But the other movie that I just saw last night was Tar.
Oh, Tar. Cate Blanchett's going to win the Oscar for Best Actress.
And I'm going to tell you right now, do you know who deserves to win Best Actress after seeing Tar? Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh, motherfuckers. No.
Oh, that's right.
People are like, Cate Blanchett is like epic. Cate Blanchett is good in everything. So it's like there's a baseline of it being good.
Give it to Michelle Yeoh.
I'll tell you this.
She's amazing.
Is what Cate Blanchett did in Tar better than Notes on a Scandal? Better than Blue Jasmine? No. I think those were a little more impressive to me. She just played like a really narcissistic lesbian. Michelle Yeoh played 100 different versions of herself.
Yep.
She went on an epic, like Michelle Yeoh I'm going to be so angry if Kate Blanchett wins her third Oscar, stealing it away from Michelle Yeoh, who 100% deserves it. It is not, oh, Michelle Yeoh, it's not even Kate Blanchett has enough. No, literally Michelle Yeoh, after watching it, I was like, Kate Blanchett is amazing. This is an amazing performance. It is not as good as Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere.
There's no way that Kate Blanchett's performance in Tar is more emotionally powerful than Michelle Yeoh's performance. Those scenes with Stephanie Sue, her daughter, at the end, I was sobbing. I was like scream crying.
It's so good.
Because of Michelle Yeoh's performance.
It's so
good.
Then
give the other Oscar to Ke Huy Quan. Do it. Give everyone in that movie the Oscar. Give the movie the Oscar.
No, the husband in it too.
I just said.
Oh, that's who you're talking about? Oh, I thought, what's the daughter's name?
Stephanie Hsu.
Yeah, her too. Everyone.
I can't wait.
Anyway, Tar, good movie, but I think it's a little overhyped right now.
Fine. Do you know what I'm hyped for?
What?
The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is going to be on in like less than a week.
Does it come on right after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think during.
Ooh. I also don't know what to do because Drag Race the UK doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. The season finale is on Thanksgiving.
What a great thing to watch.
I'm going to be so busy though. I don't want to be spoiled.
You record it, and then when dinner's over,
I just don't want to be spoiled.
You won't be. You won't be on social media.
I know, but there's so many people that don't watch Drag Race that are going to be at the Thanksgiving dinner, and they're going to be...
So the fuck what?
They're going to be upset.
I stayed at my friend's house, and they were like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, let's eat edibles, and I'll introduce you to Drag Race All-Stars. And we watched the whole goddamn season.
Which
one?
They
loved it.
Which one? 7?
Jinx.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Who I'm going to see on December 3rd.
That's weird. The first one you see is a show where no one gets eliminated.
I know.
That must be weird for your first time. And that they finally watched an episode, they're like, oh, this is so harsh. People are getting kicked off.
I know. They're going to hate it. I'm going to see Jinx Monsoon December 3rd.
Is it her show with Ben de la Creme?
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
I'm so excited. It's the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Evil Jeff, what are you thankful for? What have you been thankful for this year?
What am I thankful for this year? Not a lot. I'm thankful for you, Brett.
I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful, and I'm going to tell you this right now, what I'm thankful for. Do you know what the funnest time I've had this year was? Was when you came to visit.
Really?
That whole weekend was so fun. We did have a
great time. We
went to bars, got crazy. We went to Disneyland. It was so fun.
So fun. I bumped into some random we knew from Chicago, like in West Hollywood. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Who stopped us on the sidewalk?
We saw a bunch of hot guys. It was great.
That was great.
I'm thankful for, I don't know. I got long COVID this year, so I'm not thankful for much.
Well, you know what? I'm thankful it wasn't worse.
Well, that's what I am thankful. I finally tried riding a bike again, and I was able to ride it for 35 minutes. And just a month ago, I couldn't ride it for more than 10 minutes. So
yeah, that's great.
I'm doing better.
I didn't tell you.
What?
I'm talking to you. You know, Evil Jeff and I don't see each other when we record this podcast.
Are you in a bathhouse the whole time? You're like,
yeah.
I'm getting my dick sucked right now.
Yeah, I'm actually getting railed every episode. I have a black eye. My first black eye.
You have a black eye? That's racist, Brett.
I have a shiner.
Oh, a black eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you fall?
I was doing it was supposed to be my very last personal training session.
And then you tried to hit on your personal trainer and he punched you in the face?
Uh-huh. Nope, I got a little overzealous and I went to do another bench press with dumbbells and my arms gave out and the dumbbell landed on my eye.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, how heavy?
40 pounds.
Oh my God, how did that not just smash your head in?
I controlled it. I was able to turn my arm and turn my face.
Oh, your hand was still on it, so it didn't just like drop.
My hand, it didn't drop.
I was imagining you lift up and it dropped and fell on you, and then I'm like imagining like a Final Destination scene.
Yeah.
That would be your Final Destination death.
It would. I actually, in like one side of my face, kind of look like Catwoman. Like the black eye is like it's the perfect cat eye.
Are you taking pictures with it? Yeah, that should be.
No, I should.
Yeah, you should. It's definitely sexy. I always, whenever I saw a guy with a black eye, you're like, oh, you've been through something. That's hot.
I have a black eye and I've got a bruise like on my upper cheek next to it.
Oh yeah, because there's something where it's like if you have a black eye, you're like, you know how to fuck. I don't know.
It's kind of hot.
And did I ever tell you, I made a movie long ago. It's called Into It. I think you can rent it on Amazon. It's awful. Anyway, it was all about like male prostitutes and stuff, like the characters. One of the actors came to set. He's like, I'm so sorry. He had a black eye. He's like, I'm sorry, should we cancel? I'm like, you're playing a prostitute. I just need to rewrite.
Perfect.
I was like, I just need to rewrite like 3 lines of dialogue.
You've saved us hundreds in
I know, right? And I was like,
anyway.
But the funny thing is do you want to know how he got his black eye?
How?
He went to the gym and was in the showers, and he thought a guy was giving him the, hey, come into my shower stall.
Oh, he got punched?
And he walked in the shower stall, and the guy was like, what the fuck? And punched him in the face.
Oh, God.
Oh, so, if you're at a gym, you really need to make sure you have a green light.
Seriously,
usually the green light is they're touching an erection. That's kind of the green light.
Their towel is revealing and they're stroking their cock. That's your first sign. The steam room in my gym, it is the most mixed message, confusing sexual subtext room on the face of the earth. Everyone in there is horny and confused.
Oh, that's funny when everybody's horny, but everyone's too scared to make the first move.
Yeah. You
know who's never scared to make the first move? Me. I'm a whore.
Oh.
I was always the one. I remember
Summers.
This was like back in the early 2000s. I went to New York. I'm like, let's go to the cock. And we went to the cock, and I was like,
the cock.
I was like, nobody's in the back room. And they're like, yeah, I guess people are being shy.
It's all one big bet.
And I saw a guy there, and I was like, do you want me to suck your dick? And he was like, yeah. I started sucking his dick.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. It's
and suddenly floodgates. Like 30 homosexuals came and started hooking up. And I was like, you're welcome.
You're welcome,
like,
everyone.
You're welcome.
And you flung your semen everywhere, sprinkling everyone.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, that's lovely. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Okay, remember, if you read comics, that makes you queer. Bye.
Bye.
Damn.